Hey everyone, thanks for checking out this review of Devil Engine. Before I get into the review, I actually want to point out that the developer of this game, Protoculture Games, has claimed that they're not getting paid for creating the game. They're saying that their publisher, Danjin Entertainment, is actually keeping all of the sales profits for Devil Engine. However, Danjin has come out and completely disputed that claim, saying that Protoculture is just unhappy with the split that they previously agreed on. So there's this whole public argument going on, and it's kind of unclear who's right in this. So I just want to let you know about it, and I encourage you to do your own research, because right now, if you do purchase the game, it's kind of unclear where your money is going. So with that quick disclaimer out of the way, let's get into the review. So Devil Engine is a fast-paced, horizontal bullet hell shooter heavily inspired by the era of 32-bit arcade shoot-'em-ups. The game could have very well been a remake or a reimagining of some older title, but it turns out to be completely original. Your task is to navigate through a futuristic environment dominated by legions of biomechanical forces and destroy the Devil Engine. It kind of has a feel similar to Contra. Doing so requires masterful control over your ship, a small vessel equipped with some heavy weaponry and speedy thrusters. As you progress through the game's 6 stages, your margin of error rapidly shrinks, and you'll realize reaching the Devil Engine is not going to be easy. My experience with Devil Engine didn't get off to the best start from a technical standpoint. The game launches in a very small windowed mode without any instruction on how to proceed past the initial screen and into the menu. Clicking doesn't do anything, and it turns out you actually need to press the Z key to advance. Once you actually get to the main menu, there are a bunch of extra settings that let you customize the UI, visuals, and audio. It's ironic how it took me a minute just to figure out how to get to the menu, and yet you're able to set everything from the color of enemy bullets to tons of visual filters once you're actually there. The game opens up with a beautiful cinematic that gives a brief intro to your mission. An easy and hard mode are available, but I'd consider the easy one to be fairly difficult in its own right. Each stage consists of a hearty number of standard opponents along with a few bosses that have relatively complex attack patterns. It'll take you multiple attempts to fully memorize a boss's attack pattern, but the rest of a stage can usually be improvised. It's hard to tell if bosses are defeated based on the damage you deal or actually just finish their entire attack pattern regardless of how much firepower that you dish out. Figuring out where a boss's weak spots are and if you're landing hits is also pretty unclear. Sometimes they'll flash when taking damage, but it's inconsistent. Since bosses are the most challenging part of this game, these battles should be as intuitive as possible, but unfortunately they aren't. A massive difficulty spike happens to occur in the 3rd stage of the game, where projectiles begin to come at you in 3D from the background of the level. It's extremely disorienting and impossible to get comfortable with. My strategy was to play flawlessly up until this point, just to build up a number of extra lives and hope for the best. Devil Engine has an interesting roguelike feature as well. Your score from each run will be added to a total score that unlocks various features, including more continues. Other unlocks are strictly cosmetic as far as I can tell. This system guarantees that you progress further through the main arcade mode the more you play it. As with enough continues, you'll be able to beat the game no matter what your level of skill is. Your ship is equipped with 3 components: a standard attack, special attack, and shield. The shield has to charge up, but it's very powerful because it'll erase most enemy bullets in a relatively large area. And then grabbing weapon orbs will switch your standard attack to either a spread, homing, or laser attack. Eating multiple orbs will upgrade your standard attack up to 3 times, but dying will downgrade it once. You'll gain more lives and missiles based off points, and those can be increased greatly by your score multiplier. Most of these features are standard fare for a shoot 'em up, except for the shield. Devil Engine would be near impossible to complete without it. The game's visuals are outstanding and serve as a great example of how to bring a 32-bit shmup into modern gaming. Backgrounds are detailed and colorful, enemies stand out, bosses are unique, and the soundtrack keeps you rolling along. It's a perfect tribute to the recognizable Thunder Force series developed by Technosoft. In fact, its rock-oriented soundtrack has been created by the same composer of Thunder Force 5. I describe Devil Engine's atmosphere as a futuristic Japan with a lot of urban and also farm-like areas. Devil Engine was able to provide a classic gaming arcade experience, which goes well beyond the sphere of technical game design. I'll admit I'm not the best at bullet hell games, but I can appreciate a polished, finished product. As a bonus, I actually felt somewhat capable of flying through the game's stages thanks to smooth controls and a safety net of continues. Devil Engine, I would say, is a must-have for anyone who remotely enjoys a good, old-fashioned shmup.